This is IGN.
Summertime means s'mores. Everyone loves s'mores. Until you walk in the house and find a trail of broken graham crackers all over the floor. Thankfully, you have the Roomba S9 Plus robot vacuum. It cleans dust, dirt, and graham cracker crumbs without you lifting a finger, so you can spend more time roasting marshmallows by the fire. Learn more at iRobot.com.
Free Guy Review. Ryan Reynolds' video game comedy brings a lot to the table, but not all of it plays. By Christy Puchko. Free Guy hits theaters on August 13th. With Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds gave audiences a raucous reimagining of what the superhero movie might look like. Now he's bringing fresh life to long-maligned video game movies with Free Guy, an action comedy packed with audacious fun, fan service, and a few glitches. Not based on a video game, but set within an inventive fictional one, Free Guy follows an NPC, non-player character, who becomes sentient and begins questioning the rules of the very violent world around him. Reynolds is endearingly optimistic in the role of Guy, who was happy with his simple life in Free City, even if his bank gets raided by armed robbers so often that it's become a banal part of his routine. His chipper complacency vanishes, though, when Guy meets a girl, username Molotov Girl, Jodie Comer. To get the girl of his dreams, Guy snatches a pair of sunglasses that these scoundrels who've made Free City a den of mayhem wear, and can see the world as the players do, full of power-ups, loot, and missions, which makes for some fun call-outs to the world of video games. As Guy sets out on a new mission, foiling bank robberies, taking down rampaging gunmen, and helping Molotov Girl hunt down a mysterious MacGuffin, we're treated to a whole host of action sequences. With skydiving, car chases, bazookas, explosions, shootouts, and melees boasting all kinds of weaponry, director Sean Levy consistently enthralls with the action in the foreground, and then scores laughs by plopping random carnage in the background. While Guy jaunts down a sidewalk with a smile on his face, a tank blithely crushes cars far behind him. This contrast between calm and calamity swiftly establishes the wacky world of Free City, while also being recurringly hilarious. Reynolds is a plucky, pitch-perfect leading man, veering away from the reputation he's built in recent years. Through action movies and comedies, snark has become his signature. However, in Free Guy, he drops all that edge to play a truly hopeless romantic, who is endlessly optimistic and honest. Guy's openness about his unapologetic glee and fear as he becomes a player in Free City is as exhilarating as Reynolds' enthusiasm is contagious. It's the zeal of Deadpool minus the baggage and R-rated shenanigans. It all works in no small part because of Reynolds' undeniable screen presence and sharp comedic timing. Whether giddy over his fighting skills or babbling about the glory of bubblegum ice cream, Reynolds has the chaotic charisma that made Jim Carrey an icon in the 90s. Basically, he can take any line and make it funny with a unique inflection. Unfortunately, though, this movie isn't all about its NPC. In Act 2, Free Guy opens up to split its focus between Guy and the creators of his game, who are at war over coding copyright. Unsurprisingly, watching programmers, Comer and Joe Carey, argue about lawsuits and troubleshooting isn't all that entertaining, even if Taika Waititi is cast as their obnoxious adversary. Here is where Free Guy moves from fun to fumbling. While Guy is fighting for his love and life, the real-world characters are bumbling through an unfunny plot that allows none of its stars to shine. Carey, who was cool and endearing in Stranger Things, gives a lackluster performance as a cowardly coder. Waititi, who has odd fans on and off screen with his quirky charisma, seems bored as he barrels through clunky one-liners and sinister sneers. Then there's Comer. She won our dark hearts as the merciless murderess of Killing Eve. Here, she is saddled with lame jokes about boners and is somehow robbed of the explosive gravitas that makes her a critically heralded TV star. So, as Free Guy advances into Act 3, it's hard to root for anyone but Guy, because the real world is such a snooze. For better or for worse, screenwriters Matt Lieberman and Zach Penn fold a lot of influences into the film. There's clear Deadpool homages in the opening action sequence, accompanied by a Reynolds voiceover, gleefully poppy needle drops of Mariah Carey and Miley Cyrus jams, and saucy declarations like saying the first sip of coffee is like losing my virginity in my mouth. The plot is a mashup of the Lego Movie, Serenity, 2019, and The Truman Show, with its everyman realizing his world is not what it seems and that he doesn't have to be an NPC in his own destiny. The gameplay, rules, and look of Free City nods to Super Mario Bros., Grand Theft Auto, and Fortnite. Then, for good measure, the filmmakers fold in elements from They Live, Oedipus Rex, Simulation Theory, and Meet Joe Black. All of these allusions, along with a smattering of cameos, make the film a game of its own, with nearly every frame packed with fan service. It's fun to pick them out, will reward rewatching, and makes Free Guy thrillingly unpredictable, because with such contrasting influences, what might come next? This frenzy of references also serves as an homage to online gaming, where trends and memes can factor into skins, banter, and celebratory dances. However, while entertaining, this urge to awe with spectacle leaves jarring plot holes and ultimately undermines the film's major threads and themes. Romance beats at the heart of Guy's motivations, yet Levy seems uncertain on how to handle that aspect. The sentimentality across the meet-cute first date and beyond wavers between sincere and smirking spoofery. As the romance repercussions tumble into the real world, it falls into the uncanny valley. Then there's the fumbling of its core messaging. Free Guy ardently argues for the value of individualism and creativity in art, making its villain an IP-focused hack who values cash-grab sequels over original concepts. Yet the film itself is a star-studded studio product that revels in conventions before garishly employing imagery from other Disney properties. Sure, it's a thrill to see certain iconic weaponry from much-beloved film franchises pop up, but it's a cheap thrill that undercuts this original film's proposed thesis. Disclosure, IGN has a brief presence in Free Guy, including an appearance by a former staffer within the context of a Gaming Expo interview. This did not have an impact on our review. The verdict: Free Guy delivers a first hour that is outrageously entertaining, stuffed with gonzo action, goofy gags, star power, big ideas, and plenty of Easter eggs for lovers of movies and video games. However, in its second half, the joyful journey is derailed by a slog of a side quest, falling short of the potential setup. Still, Ryan Reynolds delivers riotously rollicking fun in an eye-popping imaginative environment that treats gaming like the wonderland it is. So even with its deeply wonky detour, Free Guy is a wild ride worth the price of admission. Free Guy gets a good 7 out of 10.
Spoken Layer.